literally. You didn't make nothing that we use. Tell me something that the people over in Hindustan, in any one of those places, in Iraq, tell me what they invented that we use, everybody uses. Can you tell me? Go ahead, tell me. You said that they civilized the world, right? So tell me what the Iraq, Kuwait, and Syrians created that everybody uses around the world. I'll start. My people, the Aboriginal actual civilizers of the planet, we created the toilet. What did you create? What did you create? We created the helicopter. Huh? We created the central heating and air conditioning. We created the refrigerator. We created the kitchen table. We created motors. We created airplane propelling. We created like I just said, the helicopter too. Like anything propulsion comes from us. Everything, every single thing. I can go get the list too. They won't let me get my receipts. So I would love to know what you created from Iraq, Kuwait, and Syria that you say that you civilized the world. Tell me what you created that my people use. Because it sounds like that we created all the things and you use them, but you're acting like you civilized us. Tell me what you created that we use. We created the free energy building, which you tore down and then started putting up telephone poles in a cell phone tower. But it was already there. It was literally already there. These are free energy buildings. These are free energy buildings. That's what that is. You call Tartarian construction. That's Aboriginal American construction. That is not Tartarian construction. We're the only people who make this construction. So you ain't going to make us into some fictitious character that don't even have no significance on the planet today. We are not extinct. We're right here. We're the only people who make these, and we're still alive. We're right here. So you didn't make us extinct. We didn't go extinct because you said so. No. Yeah. We created that. As you can see right here, I've shown many times that, yes, it's us that made that. As you can see right here, this is why they tore all this down. You know, they tore this whole thing down. Tore all those buildings down and said that they were plaster. But they kept this. So this wasn't plaster. So that wasn't plaster, but all this was. All this was plaster. These people, that's what they said. They said that, oh, this was all plaster. You know, we built this in 2 years and it was plaster. So why didn't you tear this down, and why ain't that plaster? Right. You tore down the Aboriginal American cultures, which you did. This is why you tore it down. Look, Shilaga, this is why. Because they wanted to act like they brought the horse here, but there it is right there. And they said they didn't want to act like they brought us here too. They said that they brought the horse and us here. But as you can see here, the horse is indigenous to here, so are we. The horse is indigenous to here, and so are we, dingbats. We're standing right there. And that's why you tore that stuff down. That's why you tore it down right there. What? We're not African American. That's African American was a reclassification, dingbat. Jesse Jackson was funded by a man named Orville Fubus. You might want to go look this up. Orville Fubus was a known racist, the man who propagated the Arkansas Nine. The reason why he propagated the Arkansas Nine is because he got all the cameras there and he was like, look at these African American students. And see, he wanted to propagate the African American on camera and make a big hoopla. It's called create the spectacle. That's what he did. You see? The reason why he did that is because he was best friends with a man named Huey Long. Huey Long started a firm called Long Law. Long Law is who owned the trademark African American. These are the funders of Jesse Jackson's campaign, among others, like Spike Lee and all these other people. That's why he started doing the African pendants and all of that in the movies. And he got those movie deals. That's why. So you don't think that we don't know everything about you people. Okay? We certainly do. Know every single solitary thing about you. Literally. I will break your whole thing down, boy. Literally. I'm a walking receipt. I don't need the receipts. I do it for you. I do that for you to run it down your back so you can see it, as you can see here. Exactly. No, it's a misnomer. It's another reclassification from the. They came here, called us people of color, and started a American Colonization Society to colonize the people of color, and that colonization included reclassifications. If you don't get that, then see that means you don't want to get that. You like to think of us as slaves when you're the slave because you are. See, you have trauma in your DNA because you're the actual slave. So your DNA is trauma. You see, traumatized. Your DNA is homogenized or harmonized. And if they said you're homogenized, you will testify. Jesse Jackson. Jesse Jackson, is that you? Jesse's soul is getting dragged in the inner earth right now. He is wailing. I can hear you wailing now, Jesse. I can hear it. You are wailing. Woo, wait. We can hear it from here. Chiefing on that Jesse still. It's crazy how they don't realize that when you do those things, it flash forwards your life because it seemed like you just was on the ground, taking Martin Luther King's blood off the ground and putting it on your shirt right when you was about to pass away. Seemed like you just did that. Then that thing said, that thing flash forwarded your life to your deathbed. That's what happened. Your thing got flash forwarded. Dying. Next thing you know, they did the freaking time lapse on you. You was like, that's how you looked right before you passed away in that goddamn wheelchair. You look like you seen a ghost. Oh my goodness. You look like you seen 10 ghosts, boy. I'm sure you did. I was happy to see you looking like that. I know what you seen because I let it loose on you. I know what you seen. So, I know what's happening to you. Your soul's going to be down there for so long, man. That's the thing. I mean, it's morning, noon, and night, man. It's morning, noon, and night. Woof. Man, you didn't know it was going to be like that. But yeah, it is. Man, I don't feel nothing for you. I just dang, you want to steer clear from that world, that underworld like that dark underworld where they drag your soul like that. Ooh, boy, you want to steer clear from the other side of that whole thing because it's real. It's real. Look, when you leave, when your body say like you're boom, say like you just caught a jaw right this second and boom, literally it just boom, and your body went away. You would be sitting here just like this. You wouldn't know anything until you looked at yourself. You are conscious. Your consciousness comes from your soul. It don't come from this body. So when your body sheds, you're still conscious just like this. You're not no damn nothing. But you realize what you just did. You realize that you didn't come here. You realize right away that you didn't do anything that your soul's purpose was supposed to do. And you went against and accumulated. You had all these people, you let these people take your soul into karmic debt. And then you have to pay. Literally. Shout out to the people. Thank you. Julio, let's go. I appreciate you. It is tragic. And like, because people don't know that that's real and that's what happens. But yeah, you're conscious. Like, you're conscious. Your soul is conscious. It's not, doesn't go anywhere. It's not like you just drift off into something in this dark. No, your soul is conscious and you get drugged. So, yeah, lay down the Thor hammer on you, dude. My middle name is Thor. That's what I do. You don't want that smoke. That is my middle name. Yeah, it is. I always wonder, I did not like my name growing up. Now I'm like, damn, that John do sound like who I actually am now. I didn't like the name Alex until I named my son Alex. When I named my son Alex for Sunday, when I named him, then I started liking my name. Yeah. Yeah. Then I was like, oh yeah, that's not that bad. It's not that bad. Because I had to say my name a lot. You know what I mean? So it was like, it wasn't that bad. Man. Yeah. So this is the truth about things though here on our planet today. These people right now, as you can see today, right? Since we have already beat them in the multiverse, they can't come and do something to us that didn't happen in the spiritual realm. You see? So they have to go warmonger somebody else. They can't warmonger us. So what they're doing is that's what they did. That's why they're over there with Iran and them. See, Iran, what they're doing is that is a mass offering. What they're doing. That's why they're putting all them troops on that ground like that. Listen, that is a classic art of war tactic that you're not supposed to do. Look, they're about to put those boys in Iran, and they are immediately on the low ground. In the art of war, you are not. That is the cardinals. That right there is one of the laws that you are not supposed to do in the art of war. Never. It says clearly in the art of war, from Sun Tzu, that if you have the low ground, run and fight another day. Do not fight from the low ground ever. Ever. You're going to lose. You're going to lose. So they are throwing those kids in there in the low ground. They're throwing them into the low ground. You see what I'm saying? Yes, that is a art of war tactic you are not supposed to do ever. and they're throwing them into it. And the reason why is because it's not war, it's an offering. They are sacrificing them to their God. That's what they're doing. Because our offerings, the fruits and flowers offerings, are so powerful. They have to try to call up that being from that side of the planet. That's where that portal is, right there. Now they mad. They mad. They mad. That's a fact. Yes. They are offering, and that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to call up the hellish being from the inner earth. His name is Max Schumann. That's why you see the Schumann resonance going crazy. The Schumann resonance is not from some dude who found the Earth's frequency. Now, Schumann, the Max Schumann is the dark being from the inner Earth that is the polar opposite of the who they call the dweller in the Emerald Tablets. Y'all might want to go look up what the Emerald Tablets is. Put a 2 in the chat if you don't know what the Emerald Tablet is and you ain't never heard about it. Yes, because it talks about the dweller in the tablet. You might want to go look at the tablets, man. They trying to use CERN and all of that. Exactly. They try to use all that stuff to incarnate him. He is the polar opposite of the king of the inner earth. The king of the inner earth is called the dweller in the tablets. You see what I'm saying? Yes. Yes. He's the light being. But there's a balance of the inner earth. So he's the light. He's all light, straight light. So he's like condensed light. He's like darker than dark. You see what I'm saying? Condensed light. He's all literally like you see him in the dark because he's darker than dark. Literally, he's like you can see him. You see what I'm saying? That's the king of the inner earth. But so he's complete light. His his counterpart is Max Schumann. He's all dark. He is not a game that I'm trying to fight. I'm not trying to fight him. Nah. only yeah, but that's why they know they can't. I can't like they can't. They know that I can't fight him. But I know who can though. I know who can get it. And that's the thing. You got to know what's going on, and we know what's going on, and that's what's happening in this whole spiritual battle that's going on right now. Yeah, in the spiritual battle that's happening right now. That's why you see in your physical why they're going over there and doing all that. See what I'm saying? It's a sacrifice. They're not there for a war. They're there to sacrifice the people. It's a fact. Entertainment purposes only, of course. That's a fact. Yes, they are. There is no win in the casa. There is no win in the casa. You know it isn't. I mean, anybody with a half a brain can see it. That's why you're gonna have a coup from the inside because those people see it. They see that you got the low ground. You already sent Delta in there, which is your highest people, and they caught them before they even hit the ground. They was fired before. That's the dude. You sent Delta in there, and that's your highest people you got, and they got swept up just like that. Now you're going to send in thousands, and they're all going to. That's what they're going to try to do. They're going to try to create the conditions, the hellish conditions on the top of the earth, so they can do the ritual and draw him out, draw out Max Schumann, right? And then get him to look up and see the stuff going on up here and come up to the surface. That's what they want him to, that's what they're trying to do. That's what they're doing. They ain't trying. They're going to do it. They're going to do it. They're going to do it. They're going to use your sons and daughters to do it. And I've been telling you that for a long time now. I don't sound so crazy anymore, do I? No, I don't think I do. That's what's happening. This photo was in 1890, 18 something, 1893. You can clearly see that those buildings been there for 1,000 years, man. Those buildings wasn't just built. Those buildings wasn't just built. They've been there for how long? How long that stuff been there? That stuff been there forever. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, this story right here is an epic one, man. This once this is all said and done, it's gonna be a story for the ages, man. I ain't even gonna, one of you Atlanteans, you go ahead and write it, man. It ain't gonna be for me to write. You know what I mean? Jaws is the observer. Like I'm an observer too, but y'all see what's going on. You see what I'm saying? So I'll certainly write the history of the world, but there's a whole thing of there's a whole story inside of this story about us, man, about us cosmically, and like how we all came together cosmically to get this against the forces of literally against the forces of evil on some real freaking Thundercats. Crazy. Crazy. Whoever would have thought that? I just be seeing that stuff now, and I'll be like, what? Like this is crazy, man. This is wild, man. But it is what it is. I try not to look back on it, man, because it just blows your mind, man. Die. All the work that we put in here, all the stuff that we were able to accomplish. Very thankful, man. Very thankful. I'm not done though. I don't feel like my soul's relaxed enough to be like, okay, I can take a month off. No, 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 no. Even if I took some time off, I would be doing stuff just because I enjoy what I do. I would go to a pyramid or something, and stay there. I enjoy my time doing that. That's what I enjoy doing. You know what I mean? I know you enjoy doing that too. You'd be like, I don't buy. I would enjoy doing that too. Earth speaks. Sit just. I'll wake up right there in the middle of the yard, bro. I'll lay right there. Just I'll wake up to the pyramid sitting right there. I'll get my breakfast right there. Yeah, yeah, yes, I will. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. Yes, I will do it. I'll do it in the Grand Canyon too. All over the Grand Canyon, inside, outside. We're gonna put some art in that Grand Canyon. We're gonna put some beautiful art there, man. I got some plans for that Grand Canyon. Oh, yes, I do. Oh, we're gonna make that beautiful. Oh, yes, we are. Let them go on and get on out of here, man. It's a lot of stuff. There's gonna be lot of meat left on the bone, so to speak, which we don't eat meat, but it's gonna be a lot of mushrooms left on that chicken strip, on that chicken strip. So we're gonna yeah, we can tell the story right there. We can tell the story right in that joint. We can tell the story right through that joint. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. Just to commission it and be part of doing it is gonna be amazing. So yeah. Oh yeah, I love it. Bill Lynch. That's man. We need you're the artist. When you got your light codes, you've been in here. That's why you can see all the stuff. Right? You're a graffiti dude or something like that. That's why it pops up, bam, you see it right away. It's like, whoa, wait. That's what it does to you. It makes you be like doing that. Mm-hmm. It does. But see, that is going to go to a higher level. That ain't going. See, I don't have a butt that's going to do something dumb. I have a butt that's going to be like, yo, your thing, but you're going to be all the way to there with it. And that's where they're going to put your artistic levels at. See what I'm saying? So, of course, we will commission certain the different things to get done, and we'll pick the best artists out of the different kingdoms. You know what I mean? And you will become legendary, as you should. I ain't getting in your way of no legendary statuses out here like these people do. We try to get in the way of the legends, the real legends. You can't get in the way of this one. None of these other ones coming behind me. They're not. They're not. You're not. The ones that's with me are the ones that's going to be pushing the cycle. And they ain't that. It's just what they enjoy doing. You wouldn't even want to be on the earth without having this knowledge, without being able to see the earth in this way. You can't see the earth in this way. I can't be part of the world you're trying to create. So you want to be fast cars and all that and look cool, and I never cared about that. No, I never cared about that. It's boring. I've had fast cars. I've been in fast cars, driven fast cars, been around. I don't care about that stuff. That stuff it does never. What is that? You care about that because you ain't never did anything. You ain't never had anything. You ain't never been anywhere. You don't know what real fulfillment of life is for real. You don't know how to fulfill your life for real. And we're tired of you being the go-to program. Okay. Yes. People better start understanding where we're at, man. What's today? The what? 27th? Boy, oh boy. Might want to understand where we're at, Bobs. We close. Yeah, I don't drink coffee. I don't drink coffee. I drink coffee if I'm like if I go sit down and have breakfast with everybody. Like if we all sat down and had breakfast, I would probably get coffee. But I don't drink coffee every day. Mm. I don't drink coffee every day. But if I have an opportunity, somebody was like, "Yo, I got a pot of coffee right here. We're getting breakfast or something like that." Then they be like, "You want coffee?" I'm like, "Yeah." With some orange juice, right? Yeah. Rolling statue used scar messed up. You had chapter 6, Angela. That book. Which one? Which book you reading? Oh, second book. When the Earth Speaks. Okay, yeah, yeah. That's so much knowledge in there, man. Put it two in the chat if you ain't never seen my books. I was a kid. It was huge. Yes, it teaches you the foundation of our knowledge. Did you get the other book, the second book? I didn't even look at the thing. Ah, I'll look at it in a couple of days now. Check it out. To charge this. And this is my books right here. If you haven't seen, that's my first book right. Oh, yeah, that's it right here. That's my first book right there. Yeah, that's my first book right there. This is my second book. My first book I wrote 2 years ago. I wrote that book 2 years ago. This is my second book right here. Mhm. This is my second book right here. This tells the history of the world through the hieroglyphics with the enhancements and all that stuff. Stuff that you be seeing me doing here tells the whole history through, with those hieroglyphics. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does. Yes, on Amazon. Both of my books are on Amazon right now. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they I appreciate that, Tony. I appreciate that, Tony. Yeah, go check that book out, man. This picture right here is a picture of a painting that I took myself from inside the castle on top of Cholula. There's a Aztec castle up there that they said that the Spanish built. That's bullcrap. Not a church. Not a church. It's a free energy building. It was built by the Aztecs. They don't want to tell you that, but inside that castle, there's a painting in there, and this is the painting. This is one of the paintings. The artist is on the cover. I put a little. It's in little white letters on the cover on the book, but it shows the Aztecs. We're so good at fighting in the Americas. That's why we're still the best fighters on the planet today. But we're so good at fighting in the Americas. It was against our rules to bring a weapon to the battle. So because we are masters at disarming you of anything, no matter whatever, we were masters at it. So that's what you see here. He took his pole because they would come with this pole right here and a sword. You see, he took the pole and stabbed him in the neck with it. You see, that's what you see. The Aztecs had the Hall of the Jaguar and the Hall of the Eagle. This is the warriors from the Hall of the Eagle, knocking off the colonizers. So that's that's what we're doing in this book. Trust me, it lives up to the whole. That's crazy. This book right here gets you in a full dream state because it tells you the whole story and it does something to you, man. It's wow. Yeah, it is. It's magical. This book is a very magical book. It really is. Yep, go get the books, man. They're on Amazon, man. Make sure you put my name in there so you can. And when you get it, make sure you leave a review and stuff like that. Oh, absolutely. It's so cool. It's so cool. You can teach your children because there's the hieroglyphics are color. I put the color in the hieroglyphics in this book, so you can make them all out. So I showed the bear hieroglyphic and the color one side by side, so you can see them. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So it helps you go through the hieroglyphics. It's very cool in this book. It's never been done. So just you buying the book is historical. You're part of history. Just you buying it because it's never been done before. The book is phenomenal. Yeah, it is. Mm-hmm. One day you're gonna tell your grandchildren, you're gonna be like, yo, we was in the dark cycle when Earth Speaks wrote that book. I bought it off a joint called Amazon. You had to buy things. They're like, what? They're gonna be like, what? Watch. You'll be like, yeah, that book right there. And y'all, you be like, I was one of the first people to get that book. Mm-hmm. Yep. The picture on the back, it has a picture of me on the back in the Yucatan in the Ma Peninsula. That was me in Ma Peninsula right there in Mayapin. I was in Mayapin, the lowlands. Yeah, I was. Yeah, it's crazy because the background shows it matches the book and what I have on. I have the linen suit on, the all white linen 3-piece linen suit on. That junk. I only got to wear that thing one time, man. I wore that junk once. Once. Dang. Because they sat me down after all that. It was like, all right, or sat me down after like I went to a few other things for a couple more years after that. But after that, it was like, nah, because I was only allowed to do it for like the first like 3.5 years. Once that last jaunt, that first jaunt, uh, page got taken down, my first channel. Once that got taken down, they stopped me from traveling, kind of because not because of the funding, partially because of that, but um not really because still could have made that happen. But the ancestors told me to stop. So I was like, damn, all right. So it like happened all in a divine kind of timing kind of thing. It just throttled me down and I was all right with it because the damage had already been done and they already lost. I beat them already. And then it was like they got it was like they got bit by the Amaru Khan. They got bit. And then it was like, oh, that's what happened. And then they took the channel down. But you already got bit already. You already got bit already. Ain't no antidote. Ain't no antidote, dude. There ain't none. Mm-mm. That's what happened. They realized too late. They realized too late. They realized too late. I had already beat them. Yeah, I was pissed that they took it, but I had to now that like that I had all settled down into my brain and everything. I realized that they was already too late, and it doesn't really matter. Like that's how things went last time, and that's how they want me to do it. And I seen in the hieroglyphics where it was telling they had the lady like this sitting there like chilling, and was like, oh, saying that still equals star seed. So they told us in the hieroglyphics to stop, just don't move right now. They said it, so that's what we're doing. We're just holding still. That's it. You see, these people don't ever want to come in here no more because they're not on the levels, man. Once they see that you have more information than they have for themselves, they clam up. They clam up and they don't want to do it no more. See what I'm saying? No, listen. They are they're literally. That's why their people don't understand why this whole conflict is even happening because they're like we didn't have to enter this war. We don't even need the Strait of Hormuz. Exactly. You don't. You don't need that. You're not over there for that. You're not caring about no oil and none of that. They're not over there for oil, none of it. No, they're not. Mm-mm. They have to keep control. They have to try to keep control somehow. They want to try to flip the table on their own accord. It's ain't gonna happen. They lost. They lost the game, right? They thought they was the master chess players. I stepped in, finished them, and now they want to flip the board. Now they want to flip the board. Go ahead. Doesn't matter. Either way, you end up in front of me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Either way, you come right here. Is your path, you doing all this stuff, but it's all going to do all of this right here. You moving all around. You end up right here. For the judgment and tribulation, you're going to tell all these people why you did that. You're going to tell them how insecure you are. You're going to tell them. That's not going to be enough. You're going to have to turn yourself into a fish, man. Go ahead. Don't act like somebody did it to you. Don't play some victim. Don't play some victim because that's what they're gonna try to do, and it ain't gonna. All those days is done. All that's done. You constantly running around taking people's identity, and then act like, how dare you say something to me about it? No, I'm holy. You can't say anything. It doesn't matter. They're talking about us. What the hell are you talking about, dingbat? I'm not a Native American either. I'm an Aboriginal American. Native American and Aboriginal Americans are not the same thing. So you might want to know what you're talking about before you go to talk. You see, there was no transatlantic slave trade to the Americas. The ones that was in that slave trade in a slave trade was the Caucasian people. So you're being tricked out your own spot. You're a dingbat. You're a dingbat. My people were never called slaves. You called us slaves because that's your identity, and you're trying to identity swap with us. You're the Slavic people that was brought here, millions of you, and you were already given reparations. So you've been talking about reparations for 30 years because you're a dingbat. The slaves were already given reparations. Yeah, you're a dingbat. Somalian, exactly. You're a dingbat. You're a Somalian dude. You're exactly. Don't text me. Text your wife, who is also your cousin. Go text her. Don't text me. Go text your cuz. Tell her to bring you some milk home. Oh, chill. We know who you are. You ain't from here. You a shapeshifter. You're a shapeshifter. You're with the United States corporation. Literally, that's who you are. You're an invader. You're the invading corporate Somalian corporation because the United States corporation owns the Somalian corporation. Own you. They own you. You're a slave. You're a slave to these people. You don't think we know who you are? A light bulb head? That's why all of you got a light bulb head because you're all family members. You got to use the hieroglyphics. I'll show you. Go get the books, man. I teach you how to read the hieroglyphics in the books. I teach you how to read it. I said that's why every one of them got a light bulb, don't they? Every one of you got a light bulb. Somalian boy. You're not no Aboriginal Americans. You're not the same people as us, buddy. Not at all. Use a bubble guppy. You don't even have a culture. Politics, that's not a culture. Politics is not a culture. That's Caucasian culture. That ain't a real Aboriginal culture. You swear that you're the same people as us? Yeah, right. You're not a mountain builder. You're not any of that. You don't do anything. You just scam. You wrote a book, just like the rest of these people. You wrote yourself a book and said, I'm holy in the book, and then went around and be like, look, this book says I'm holy. And this book says, I'm promised this land, I'm holy, and I'm promised this land right here. Yeah, you a dingbat. So what do you promise this land for? What do you do in this land? Oh, we just scam. We just scam everything. So you were promised in that book that you wrote this land, my land, so you can scam on it, right? Because you don't do nothing else. You don't bring nothing else to the table of humanity. Literally, nothing. So we'd love to know what you're doing here, Somalian people, because you don't do nothing. What are you doing? Like, very nice what, Ab? Very nice what? Answer the question. Very nice what? Very nice what? What do you do? Go ahead. You think that your scam's going to look? Your court systems and your United States corporation is falling. You're asking a bankrupt corporation to give you something, dingbat. They don't have it. You go ahead. Your money and all of that is going, and you're leaving with it. So you're just a dingbat. But go ahead. You can have at it. Go ahead. Go ahead. Milk the system as much as you can, man. I don't give a damn. Think I care about that? I don't care about that. Go ahead. Keep all the money. Keep it. Keep it. Keep it. You're gonna have it like this when you're falling. When you're falling into that, when a tsunami hits you, you're gonna be grabbing your money like this. Good dingbat. Then when your soul gets dragged to the inner earth, they're gonna have big old racks of money like this, and they're just gonna keep hitting you with them. And that's how you're gonna pass away. Literally, they're just gonna hit you all day with those big stacks of money. Literally. For thousands of years. They're gonna, and literally you're gonna pass away by getting hit with stacks of money every day for thousands of years. That's how you'll pass away. And that's how your soul will be drugged. That's what's gonna happen. And gold bars and stuff like that. That's what you'll get hit with. All right? Since you're so greedy. See, these Africans are greedy. They're greedy, and their greed is gonna be their destruction. So you go right ahead, buddy. Ab. You go right ahead. You keep all the money, man. That's all you. You go for it. You're on your way, man. Boy, you on your way to the freaking top. You on your way to the top, buddy. You go ahead and get all that money. Go ahead. Go ahead. You like the dead presidents, right? You're going to be right with them. I don't care. You claim the slave narrative. I'm not claiming it. You go ahead. You go ahead. I'll stand here and scrap. You can't. They're not with $1 trillion could you come down here and make me stop doing this to you? Your money's worthless. Your money's worthless. The Ghanaians are clowns. They're clowns. Everybody, all the leaders in Africa are clowns. They're puppets. They're like, you're a puppet. You're a clown. Like I don't follow your lead or jump when you say jump or nothing. That's why if I wanted to, I'd come down there and shut down your whole press conference. I could have came down there and brought all the Atlanteans down there, filled up the whole block, and shut your press conference down. That's what I could have did if I really cared about it. I don't. I don't care. You mad? You mad? You mad because you can't buy me. Can't buy me. You can't buy me off. That's what you want to do. You want to buy me off. It's not going to work. Not going to do. Your whole world has to leave. Literally, your whole world has to go. How much does that cost? You don't know? All right. Well, it's going beyond repair or beyond any monetary anything. The earth is suffering. So you gotta go. It's just as simple as that. I don't give a damn. You think that? You think, dude? Literally, you got less than a couple weeks, and then you're out of here, dude. Who cares? I don't want to. I don't care if you play all you want. I don't give a damn. You think that I'm getting played just because you don't know what I know. You don't know that I already beat these people. Like these people already got beat a long time ago. Okay, you don't know what we know. Go ahead. Go ahead. Nobody's playing. You can't play me. You're playing yourself. You're playing yourself. We don't care about your money. And that's the thing. That's what you hear, he's in here trying to convince us that their money is something. That's why I blocked you. Because we don't care. We don't care. We're not triggered by, oh, he's got money, so he must be cool. No. No. You're all sadistic. You give money to the other sadistic people like you. We're not doing this. Let's go. Let's go, Blood Wolf. Watch what I do to you. Let's go, Blood Wolf. Come on up here, little boy. Blood Wolf. Look, that's how you know that look, you hear what their name is? Blood Wolf. That's a manifestation they use. These are blood suckers. Watch this.
Well, who's this?
What's your name and where you come from?
Who's this?
What's your name and where you come from?
I'm Zach from Quidditch. Look it up. Look it up.
From where?
Quidditch. Look it up.
I'm not looking nothing
Don't
up.
even speak your
So,
mother's
are you an
tongue?
American? Are you an American? Are you an American?
Fuck no, I ain't no American. I ain't
So what
like
are you? What are you?
What history you read? What history you read? You American?
Yes, I'm Amaru Khan. It's on my shirt right here. Amaru Khan. It's right here on my shirt. Yes, I'm the real Amaru Khan. You're a dingbat. You're a drunk dingbat. Look, it's 10 o'clock in the morning and this dude's drunk.
I'm drunk. Shit, I'm going to work. I've been up. It's only 8, boy.
You're drunk right now.
What
last night? I can hear it. Look, here he is right here.
Nah, that's a reservation.
Here he is right here. Look. Put your face in the camera.
Yeah,
cave
what
boy.
up, dog?
Look, straight cave dude. Don't have nothing to add to the
You're
world.
straight black, bro. Go to Africa.
He has nothing to add to the world. Nothing. These people add nothing to humanity. Nothing.
You add nothing. Do you know how to fish? You know how to fish?
He said you know how to fish. My people are the ones who created the rivers, dingbat. My people are the ones who created the rivers. You're talking about fish. He's talking about fishing. He's talking about fishing when my people are the ones who created the rivers.
Answer the question.
These people had nothing to do with creating rivers or nothing else like that. They only take. They only take. Do you know how to fish? You see that? They only take, y'all. That's all they do. Look, he's going to take everything. That's all they do is take. They don't add anything, though. Look at it. I mean, everybody can clearly see. Look at your face, dude. Let me put you on the big screen again, dude. Look at this dude. You can see that he's like literally special needs. He's borderline special needs. He's definitely inbred for sure. Definitely. 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 Look at him. Come on, dude. You a cave baby. Get out. You don't have nothing to add here. Look, he's muted and talking to himself. You talking to me this whole time? Look, he don't even know he's muted. He doesn't even know he's muted. Look, this dude doesn't even know he's muted. He's sitting there talking to himself. What a dingbat. Look at him. Oh my goodness. These cave people got to go. This is what destroyed our planet. This is what destroyed our land. These cave people being in the civilizations. You see this? These cave people being in the civilizations is what destroyed the civilizations around the globe. Ew, man. Ew, bro. Ew. Straight up ill, bro. Straight up ill, bro. You see that, dude, it's like, yo, they're never going anywhere beside. Yeah, you're not a fish. They're never going anywhere beside that ever. You're not a fish. They're never going anywhere beside that. Never, never. I'll be seeing the dude when I be flipping on here. I'll be seeing the dude who be like going in the store and putting the money in the joint and getting the tickets out of there and flipping through there to try to win money on the tickets. Literally goes in there every day to do it. They're never going anywhere beside that. He's like literally addicted to just peeling off tickets. Degenerate, literally. Straight up. It's crazy. They're never going past that. You seen that? That dude. He looks like a freaking beaver. Yeah, that guy. Straight degenerate. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's crazy. That's what they brought to the Americas. That's what they brought here and acting like that's a culture. Yeah, it is. Yeah, he was drunk. I could hear it in his voice. I could hear you. We can hear that you're drunk, dude. Like, if that's not you being drunk, then that's how you are regular coherently, then this is crazy, man. We can't live like this anymore. You see? We can't live with you people stifling the civilizations like this anymore. And so it's crazy. That's what they do. They use that consciousness right there to are you fishing? That whole thing to keep the consciousness on the planet low, bro. It's with them around, you can't ever go any. No, that's as far as they go, and they want you to stay underneath that. Are you going fishing with them? No, no, I'm not. You know how to do it. Can you fish too? I don't give a damn. They don't ever come off of that. Literally right there, that right there, that's as far as they've gotten since they came out of the caves thousands of years ago. That's as far as they got. Putt golf. And have you went fishing? That's as far as they got. That's it. Yeah, they ain't get nowhere else. They ain't ever went nowhere else.
Fuck the liberals. Fuck the Democrats. Fuck the niggers. Fuck the liberals.
They don't have a culture. This is as far as they go. I told you. And this is another example is as far as they go. They only go there. They don't have no other culture. You can see the old earth. It's very glaring now, isn't it? Because we have raised our frequency so high. Shout out to you. Thank you very much for the galaxy. I appreciate that. Shout out to all the gifters and the donators and subscribers. If you donated, I didn't see it yet. Princess Sender didn't get up yet. So you see, exactly. They don't never go anywhere else. That's how they keep the frequency low. See that? They try to add that little baby frequency in here and try to bring the frequency down. It's just, it doesn't work anymore. So you could clearly see how glaring it is from the old Earth to the new Earth. The separation. It's big. It's big. It's big. Yeah, it's just crazy. And that's what we've been under this whole time. Once you get a good look at it and you're away from it and you step away and look at the world, you're like, damn, wow, we were underneath them people right there. No wonder they called us slaves. They're freaking racist. They're everything. They're cave people, racist cave people, uncivilized cave people. Of course, they're going to say you're a slave because that's who they are. They want to be you. It's like disgusting to even know that you're in a civilization. You were never supposed to be in a civilization. Never. You crumbled. You're the reason why the civilization's crumbled. Yes, it's comical, and they act like they're the reason why everything is the way it is. It's like, yeah, you are. You are. You are. You are. You are. You destroyed everything. Straight up. Nah, that whole thing don't phase. And it used to get all of us that it used to be able to, what? What did you say? All that. And now we don't do all that. Now it's like we see who you are. We see that you're primitive but you're acting civilized. That's what that is. It's not racism. It's you're a primitive race of people, but you're acting civilized amongst a whole bunch of civilized groups of people. You're racist. You're racist. You're just uncivilized. This is what it's not racism. Exactly. Now you're playing up this Hollywood thing, right? They're Hollywood, just like Cheeto Dust. He thinks he's in the Wild West doing all this stuff, and he thinks that it's all going to work out, and like John Wayne and his race is behind. But no, it isn't Cheeto Dust. That's why everything that you do crumbles. Everything you do. Your haircut's crumbling, right? Right. Everything you're doing over in the Middle East is crumbling. Right? Am I lying? Am I lying? Stop me when I'm lying. Your haircut is the most horrible haircut. You did the Karate Kid, the dude freaking who was bullying Karate Kid's haircut. You're the only person who thought that was a cool haircut. You know that, right? What's his name? Daniel LaRusso? No. What was his name? Johnny. Johnny. You did Johnny's haircut from Karate Kid, and you thought it was still cool. You thought it was a cool haircut to have. You look ridiculous. You look ridiculous. None of your friends said anything because they're just as pompous as you. You're pompous for no reason. Like you just stand there and be pompous because you don't know how to be wealthy. So you just stand there in a house. Just stand there. Because you don't know how to innovate. You just look around and be like, can we knock people off with our power? That's what you do. You weird. You don't know how to have power. You don't know what to do. That's why you never had power. That's why you never was wealthy. That's why you would never, because you don't know how to be. You don't know how to be. Yeah, you're straight up psychopathic. My comebacks are made. I got you. No, my joint is all the way on the high. You see what I'm saying? I'm the master. Straight up. I will fry anything that comes around here acting weird. Straight up. And I'm talking about intelligently fry you. I have the actual information that fries you in that certain way. It's a certain way that I get the frying. He's still perpetuating the wheel, talking about, yeah, automobiles. Yo, automobiles. Yeah. You're talking about oil. No, I am not. I have no fear at all. I have no fear at all. I've already challenged your leaders and everything. I've challenged your full-blown United States corporation. I've challenged Xi Jinping. I've challenged all of those weaklings. I've challenged every one of them. What are you talking about? I called you all out. Proved that you're all. None of you are. Even the people in Iran. Those people aren't no saints in this whole deal. They're in the hieroglyphics with a Jason mask on, and they do the same thing with the children that these people do. So you're not you're from the same cave systems. Like I do not like. I've called you all out straight up. So I don't have any fear of any of you. None. Nothing. There's nothing that you're ever going to try to play with me and try to act like you're going to come down here and make me go to jail or any of that stuff for telling on you. You're not going to do anything. You're not going to do nothing. You're not going to do nothing. So this might be against your law, but this ain't against the cosmic law, what I'm doing. You see, and I've already beat you in that realm. I've already beat you. So what are you going to do? If I didn't go to jail in the multiverse, you can't put me in jail in the physical. So if you try, you're going to be slamming your timeline up against me, against my timeline. You're going to see that yours is going to lose. You're the one that's going to get locked up. It ain't going to be me. And I mean, you're going to be locked up forever. You're not ever coming back. I mean, your soul. I ain't talking about just your, no. So you think, these people can put you in jail for your lifetime. Can't take your soul. But I can tell you where your soul's going. And I can say what your karmic debt is. I can tell you that right now. Yeah, I can. Yeah, I certainly can. Yeah, I can. And I will. And I am. So if you don't like it, I don't give a damn. Take you in here like it. Put hash browns on one. Come in here while I put on my hash browns, dang right. I don't gotta get off here. I can put my hash browns on right now. I can put on my hash browns right here. Oh, you like the Amaru gear? Boom. Amaru'd up. Y'all want to see the whole thing? Man. Y'all see the whole thing? Amaru. It's got the Amaru on the leg. We don't play no games. Amaru everything, baby, around here. What you thought? This Amaru everything. The link is in my bio. If you want to get the Amaru gear, go ahead and get it. Link's in my bio. That's in my bio. Shout out to all the Amaru people around the globe, man. We appreciate you. That John, we got all the Johns, man. This is the real, and you can see that the quality is real cotton fleece. It ain't no game. We ain't playing with shit. We ain't playing with you around here. Peace to the Amaru people. We appreciate you. That's links in my bio for this gear that I got right here. I got all the stuff though, man. We got all the colors, man. You can see them. I got all the different colors. That's the blue. It's the blue right here. The blue Amaru. I got the gray one, the green ones. I got the black ones. I got every one. Red, whatever color. I got every color. All the colors, man. Go get them. We got the indigenous Atlanean too. It says on there. We got that one. We got the EnginEarMedia John hoodies. We got everything. Go get us. Links in my bio. Go get it. The Maru gear is fire. I already know. You want the black and white John? That black and white one's probably my second favorite one compared to this one. I don't know. I always. I like the pink one too. The pink with the black is fire. There's like, yeah. Mhm. Yeah. This gear is the and when people see it, they're like, damn, that's on fire. That's a fire set you got. Yeah, because Nike don't have this quality. Nike ain't got this quality. None of these people got this quality. Shout out to Prince Sander on the quality of all the stuff and making the stuff, man. We appreciate you. Yeah. Return of the Pyramid Builders too. Yeah. I don't have that. I don't think he made that one, but he might have. But that was the old stuff. I still got some of that stuff too. This stuff, the quality of the cotton fleece feels so good. Like if this is clean, I'm wearing this. Yeah. Shout out to the Amaru people. I just put the stuff in there so I'd be on here for a little bit. I'm just, keeping the coast clear, even though we can see that the frequency of the planet is on. It's crazy because they made it rainy today. It's like rainy, but I like the rain. I like Toronto. I like the rainy days, man. Sometimes they're just as cool as we having sunny days. Sometimes, you know what I mean. Like the rainy days are cool too. You know what I mean. You just chill out. You know what I mean. Kind of ease back, and right now we still got invaders on our land, so it's really hard to do that. But you get to kind of chill out and reflect. Caucasian people did not build the Americas. That's a lie. That's what we're proving. We're proving that you're a liar. We're proving that the Americas, first of all, you Caucasian people in Europe had lice as pets before you came to the Americas. Okay. You did not civilize the Americas. Literally, you're throwing poop in the streets. We're the ones who created the toilet, buddy. Not you. We're the ones. You were going out back before you met us. So how did you civilize the Americas? Can you explain that? We're the ones who created everything here. When you needed Washington, D.C. built, you called us to do it. You didn't do it because you didn't build shit. You build with wood because you're primitive. We build with the stone quarries, buddy. Free energy buildings. You mad. You mad because you had lice as pets in Europe talking about you came somewhere and civilized it. Yeah, you out of your mind? People had to tell you that wasn't cool. And then here, take this shampoo. Because you didn't have it. You didn't have it. You didn't bring it to me like you tell everybody. You didn't bring this to us. You were filthy. You were filthy. You was filthy when you came to the Americas. You was filthy, uncouth, labor, and a peasant. That's who you were coming from Europe. You weren't skilled. You didn't have any skills. No, you weren't. You weren't doctors or physicians or lawyers or any of that. You weren't any of that. That's a fact. You didn't know farming. You weren't an agriculturalist. You didn't know anything. In fact, when you came here, we had to teach you how to plant the crop and all that. Lungra? Y'all stupid. When I said I seen myself say that on the live, like somebody had spliced the videos out, and I seen it. I was crying. I was like, man, that's so crazy. It's so funny that you act like you came from Europe and civilized the Americas when people had to teach you how to live. So how did you civilize the Americas? Because it's well documented that you were passing away because you didn't know how to do the crops. It's well documented. It's well documented that you were stealing from us Aboriginal people, the ones who knew how to do it. And that's where a lot of the conflict started. Yes, you didn't know how to do no harvest or none of that stuff. You had no idea. You didn't know when to do it. You was hungry and you was a thief, and you're still a thief, and you're still hungry today. You're thirsty and hungry. Man, they are so thirsty as a group of people to be somebody else. It's so ugly to watch. That's what's going to happen when you come in here. The light is so glaring in here. Everybody going to know that you just a freaking another little Pinocchio walking around trying to be a real boy. You're just another Pinocchio walking around out here. You cultural assimilate everything. Literally. You imitate us and then act like you brought it to us. When you're the imitation, you're the Timu version of what we do. You're Timu. Mm. You're here to learn what you mean. Hmm? I don't know what you mean. What you gonna do with the information? You here to learn for what? What you gonna do with it? What you gonna do with the information? Answer the question. Kiba, you say you're just here to learn. What are you gonna do with the information? Huh?
Hello.
Hello?
So you asked me what I'm going to do with that information. What I want to do is to change my perspective of how I personally view myself and the world and the world's frequencies. And then I want to take that information and preach it to other people. I want to start learning to say the actual truth of the world, not just what the government or some yellow belly person walking down the street is going to tell me to say. I'm tired of people putting information in my mouth that's not true. And then speaking upon things that are out of arrogance because I chose not to listen to somebody that has a higher understanding, that's a better philosopher than I am myself. That's not fair. That's misinformation. And nothing is going to change if we keep on having the same mindset.
Repeat after me. Say the word yes.
Yes.
Say Kinninikin.
Kinnikin? Sorry, I need to turn up
Say
my volume.
Kinninikin.
Kinnikin.
One more time.
Kinnikin. Now, with that saying
No,
that
you need to say the word properly.
Kinnikin.
Kinninikin.
Kinnikin. What does that word mean? What is the meaning behind that word?
It doesn't have a meaning.
Okay.
It was
So,
formed from my ancient Atlantean ancestors, specifically for the human vocal cord. Reptilians can't say it without sounding like a reptilian.
okay. I'm
You
not
shouldn't be. You
trying.
shouldn't really be talking here.
I
You should be just in the
apologize.
back of the class because you don't
Okay.
know enough to even ask a proper question. So, you should be in the back of the class. Just listen.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, well, I mean, the thing is there's a lot of people that want to hear the information and they want to do truth seeking and all that, but they want to wrap their ideologies around what we're doing. And you can't. You can't study us, lady. And that's what I think you're doing. I don't think you're here for any innocent reasons. No. No. You're pretending like you are, but you're not. I can hear it in your voice. I can hear it. No, you don't get it? Oh, no. Get out. You don't need to be here. You don't need to be here. You don't need to be here. Nah, we don't want you here. Nah, we don't want you here. It's just kind of simple as that. I don't want you here too. You know what I mean? They don't like that I just sit up here and literally point out that Africans, Caucasians, and Asian people are all in cahoots together with the Saturn shapeshifters, like the Pope. The Pope is a lady shapeshifter. Yeah, yeah. They are. The Pope literally. And there's a dude named Elias. Yes, he's another shapeshifter. The Saturn shapeshifters are the ones who control these people. Those people are their food, and they still just let them control. It's a weird thing. Yeah, they want to disrupt the live stream, exactly.
So when you need the right high-quality promotional products,
what's up? Who got here?
Guaranteed to arrive on time. That's the certainty of 4imprint. Wow,
Ben.
Peace.
What's up?
I just had a question. My question is, I was doing some research with the said Anunnaki, and I was wondering if you had any information about the stated IgG.
What?
A group of individuals that were called the IgG.
Okay.
And I was wondering if you had any information on it. I myself, I'm just trying to learn.
All of that stuff is not real.
Okay.
Those translations are not proper translations. Zachariah Stitchin is not of the bloodline to be offering up a translation. You need to be of the blood lineage of the people to even offer a translation.
Agreed.
You can't go to school and get a TMU science degree and think you're going to. It doesn't work like that. You need to be of the people who put that stuff there.
Which is
they honor themselves too much, but they don't. You know, they don't know. Just like if we like speak our language to them, like if we speak right now in the Mirko language, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we can talk when they don't we can say words that they don't even understand. You see? They were like, "What's that?" You know what I mean? They were like, "What is that?" Because they ain't make this language. Number one, number two, they don't understand our frequency.
Yes,
They
because they have
don't.
different prefixes. Yes, they have the second
So
prefix.
there's no way they can translate the artifact, the hieroglyphics. They're not going to understand it. Just like when they listen to our music and they be doing that,
they don't have the frequencies.
they can't get on the frequency. Their body can't understand it. So how can you explain it? It don't make sense. It's like you trying to explain the Biggie record. It just don't make no sense. That's like it's like Donald Trump trying to explain the Tupac record.
Agreed.
That's what them translating an artifact is.
I see. Just as you're saying it now, that it's giving me clarity with the question I asked, because I remember when I used to go to Mississippi to see my great grandmother. When you came in the house, she didn't allow you to speak English. She spoke a language that was similar to like the second phase. People say Pig Latin, but it wasn't Pig Latin. And she said, "You don't speak their language in our house.
This ain't their language.
This is our language.
There's never their language. This is the Mirko language. This was never their language. This language comes from the Americas, dude. Yeah, I just explained that. That's why we're the ones who evolved the language. They never evolved the language because it ain't their language they created.
Basically, they're just thieves.
They Indo-Europeanized the Mirko language and they called it English. No, they did not bring this. This language is on the Great Sphinx of Giza.
Yes, understood.
So how did they bring this language to us when that predates them coming out of caves?
They stole it and rewrite it for their preference.
They did everything that way. They said that they brought everything, but they didn't bring anything. They only brought hate groups. That's it. Now everybody, that's coming out. That they really didn't civilize the world. All the inventions they patented, that was our inventions, and stole all of our everything. Then they made things like MTV and things like that. MTV, so they could propagate. They stopped us when they made MTV. They stopped Michael Jackson and all of our people from going on there because they wanted to promote to the rest of the world that they created rock and roll and country and Western and pop music, and they didn't.
We did.
That's why they kept us off there for 5 years. They didn't want us on there. That's why. It wasn't because they was racist. It's because they want people to think that they're the ones that's bringing all these cultures around the globe, but it ain't them. Who we got right here, man? We got Uncle Lion.
I got you.
Uncle Lion.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Uncle Ian.
Uncle Ian. What's up?
I'm good. But I heard you talking a lot about Africa. Have you been to Africa before?
I don't need to go to Africa. Why would I go to Africa? Why would I go there? For what? To do what?
It's just a question that I'm asking you.
No, I'm asking you a question. What would I do there?
What will you do here?
What would I do in Africa? What's there to do there?
There are things that you can do here, but I will not advise
you. Name some things. Name them.
I should name them?
Name the things to do in Africa.
Anything you can think of, man.
No, you said I should come to Africa, and I'm asking what for? What is in Africa that I need to see?
I'm not saying come to Africa. I just asked, have you been to Africa?
There's pictures of Africa. This is Nairobi. This is a live stream that homeboy. There's a dude that is on live that's on TikTok. He lives in Kenya. This is Nairobi right here. This is what your cities look like. Why would I want to come here?
What city is that?
This is Nairobi, Kenya. This is the capital city of Nairobi, Kenya.
Man, there are a lot of different people in Africa, okay? There are a lot of different people.
You people say the same damn thing every goddamn time. You know that, you goddamn scam artist? You called my phone earlier and it said scam likely. Was that you?
Do I?
When my phone went off, it said scam likely on there. Was that you?
Do I look like
it certainly was the Africans when I entered.
Like a scammer to you, man?
That's all you people do is scam, dude.
Man. Stop thinking this way, man. Be straight all the time.
This is your schools. Look, this is their schools. Look, this is the school.
Wow.
No, that's your school. That's your, don't wow. You're the African here.
No, man. That's not my school, man.
What's your school look like? What's your school look like?
Why are you so like making too much noise?
No, answer the question, dude. Don't ask me why I'm so anything. You people be going around the world lying about yourselves, and we're tired of you. We're tired of your lies. You don't bring anything to the table of humanity. You don't have any cultures, but you swear up and down my culture is your culture. My culture ain't your culture.
Listen. We are all the same people.
No, you're not the same people as me.
Make it look like
I'm the American mound builder culture, okay? Answer this question. How many mounds are in Africa?
How many what?
Mounds, because my people build the mounds. We're the mound builders. We're a Mississippi mound builder culture. Okay. Is there mounds in your culture?
Let me tell you something, man.
No, answer the question. Do you do mounds in your culture? You lying cultural assimilator.
Search Mountain Afajatu. Search it.
Right. See, you see this, y'all? See, the Africans, they only want to assimilate good things. They only want to assimilate our culture because it's a good culture and it controls the planet. But see, when I show their own things in their own continent, they denounce this.
Always, you talk your mind.
They say,
like,
oh, there's many different people in Africa, but they want to claim our culture. But just a second ago, he was saying this ain't him.
Look, man.
This ain't you. This ain't you. But my people is you, right? This is in your own continent, right? You're an African, right? And this is Africa, right?
You are an American.
So you don't want to claim this, but you want to claim somebody else's culture from a whole nother ocean away in a whole nother continent, right?
See, let me tell you something.
No, get out.
Americans
Primitive
always
boy.
think we are the most
You're a primitive ape race of people. That's who you are. And that's why you live like this and you think it's okay. And it is. It's time for you to leave, little boy. Get out. Let me tell you something. No. You don't get to tell me anything. No, you don't. You don't. This is what your stuff looks like, too. Okay? All right? Coming in here acting like you're some civilizer. You people are ridiculous. The Europeans do the same thing. European people do the same exact thing. Act like they came from Europe, which was filthy. Act like they do the same thing the Africans do. They came from a filthy Europe where they had lice all in their hair, and then act like they civilized the Americas. Man, you ain't civilized a good goddamn thing. You bumped your head. Straight up. That's what you did. That's what you did, homie. That's the only thing you did. Only thing you've ever done, bumped your head. That's why when we ask you what's your cultures, you be stuttering and stumbling up here. You don't have one. Politics is your culture. That's it. Politics is not a culture. Love to break it to you. Who we got here? Cloud Paparazzi. What's up? You live, big guy. Oh, these things is a little crispier than I like them. These things all will turn them up now. Jeez. Got them a little extra crispy. All right, man. With that, I gotta get up off here, man. Divine honors to the universe, divine honors to the sun, divine honors to our ancestors, divine honors to our beautiful planet, our ancestral lands, Tom Mary, man. First week's gotta get in here and make some of this stuff. I already burnt this stuff already. It's my last hash brown. It's my last hash brown, man. Yeah. Damn it. Yeah, my last ones, man. Gotta replenish the hash brown game. I eat them a lot, man. Let me tell you something. They try to come in like Foreign Marshal Bill. Let me tell you something. Africa is so big. Let me tell you something, my brother. Africa is so big. Man, man, we tired of your scams. Tired of hearing your mouth. Oh, wait. Running scams every fucking day. Every goddamn day. With that, man, divine honors to the sun, divine honors to the earth. Shout out to all the donators. If you did donate, I didn't see it yet, and I will shout you out later on. I'll be back on here. All right.